The Score, the place for local sports, now presents another live local broadcast of high school sports. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. Local Sports on The Score is brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, hammondlumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. Flagship Cinemas, a better cinema experience. See you at the movies. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing is personal, not puzzling. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan. From sales of computers and accessories to service, we are your go-to computer store. Heights Chevrolet in Skowhegan. Our family is here for your family. Your team from your town plays here. Now with a play-by-play, here's Mike Violet and AJ Knight.
AJ Knight, Coach John Coughlin here with you, as we have already crowned one of our two champions that we are personally going to crown today. Class D up next as we get ready for a little bit of a change. Talked about in the Class C championship, Freiburg beats Herman 28-0. How Freiburg on the mountaintop for both teams, a little bit of a position unfamiliar with. Completely different in this game. Foxcroft Academy, Wells, very familiar with this last game of the season.
They dominate. Wells certainly remembers last year when Foxcroft dominated this game, and Wells came back, scored the tying touchdown. They trailed by one, went for two, and won the ball game. And, you know, a lot of people look to that ball game as a turning point that Wells will dominate Class D for some time. But Foxcroft Academy has been to the dance forever. And these two teams know each other, like you said, AJ. Nothing's going to surprise these teams. They're wide-open offenses, but their defense can stick as well.
Yeah, taking a look at starting with Foxcroft Academy, last year losing to Wells, snapped 3 straight state championships for the Ponies. They find themselves back here again, though, against the Wells Warriors. And I think Mike actually said it best, talking to someone Friday who was asking him about the games we were covering this weekend. And said that undefeated this season for Foxcroft doesn't quite feel like undefeated at the seasons past. And I think I'm with him, and what he meant by that was, despite the fact that Foxcroft Academy has run the table yet again in Class D North, that for whatever reason it feels like they're just not as impressive despite the fact they're undefeated. Looking at the numbers, they score 32 points a game. They give up less than 8. I mean, their numbers across the board, they're loaded on offense. They're great defensively. But I think everybody was expecting this chalk matchup to happen, and it feels like Foxcroft Academy got here despite being here 4 or 5 straight years, winning 3 of the 4. Feels like they're just massive underdogs despite the fact it's both the 1 seeds.
Well, someone's got to beat Wells. No D team has beaten Wells. And so they're coming into this as the Godzilla of Class D.
Yeah.
And Foxcroft Academy, rightfully so, claims to be as fearful. And, as you said before, I think they've got something to prove in this game. They want to retain that advantage in Class D. Wells is a great team, but Foxcroft Academy has something to prove here today.
Yeah, and just some more numbers on the Ponies. They've only given up more than 14 points once this season, more than 8 points just 3 times. Meanwhile, again, they average over 32 points a game. Moving over to the Wells side, to your point, they snapped that streak for the Ponies of state championships, and it seems like they are able to, I don't want to go as far to say steal. Wells has been a good program, but sort of steal that championship last year, and then they just hit the turbo button this year as they have raced out 10-0. They played Freiburg, who we just saw win the Class C state championship, beat them 21-20, and then besides that, next closest game, they beat Winthrop 30-13. Oh, by the way, they played them in the region championship, and they upped that ante, beating them 35-7. They just have not looked back since state championship last year.
Wells has been the yo-yo of enrollment schools in the state of Maine.
Yes.
I mean, you see, they've won a state championship in B in 1997 and then again in 2011, in C in 2016. Now they're dominating D, but enrollment-wise, they're a school that has been that up-and-down school and been successful wherever they are.
Yeah, and successful is 100% the case. Talk about the impressive numbers, 32 points scored, 7.7 given up for Foxcroft. Well, 40 points scored for Wells, and just under 10 points per game given up. Given up more than 14 points just twice, more than 7 just 4 times, and they've scored 40 in all but 4 of their games. Again, this is a monster time matchup. Yeah. The other thing, to your point, Coach, is we were both watching the same thing. Couldn't necessarily super complain about the weather for the Class C state championship we started today with. That wind has become a factor ahead of the start of this one in Class D.
No doubt about that. And I went down close to watch that because both teams defensively, people like to stuff the box against both these teams.
Right.
They've got great running backs, and it's almost like they dare you to throw the ball. But as you said, AJ, that wind is taking the ball and driving it towards the sideline. I know Cal Moody, the quarterback for Wells, he was having the darndest time depending upon which sideline he was going. One time the ball would sail to the right, sail to the left. He didn't know where the ball was going. So look for them to have a hard time throwing deep.
Yeah, I will be curious to see who can sort of diversify their offense, or just very simply who gets the best push on the offensive line. If you can move the other team's defensive line and control the line of scrimmage, I think you'd be content to do so. We know both teams have good quarterbacks, Moody and Caruso. We know both teams have a solid pair apiece of running backs.
Yeah.
Again, it's a loaded roster both ways, and it's a familiar matchup, and I'll be curious to see as these teams, unlike Class C, used to being here and in a position that's not unfamiliar for them as they rematch last year's state championship Class D game. With that being said, we will step aside for the national anthem, and we will get ready to crown our second state championship of Maine football as we get ready for the Class D game. We'll be back for that. You are listening to high school state championship football on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Mid-State Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Mid-State Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, We know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
AJ Knight, Coach Coughlin here with you. Class D State Championship football. Also gives us a quick chance here as we get a lovely rendition of the national anthem, but it sounded like there was a flyby with the wind as it was sung from the field. So not necessarily, it wasn't actually one, but sound effects provided. High school sports wouldn't be possible on the score without the help of Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. And KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. And Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt.
Love it. Well, AJ, if I were Wells, I'd run the ball. If I were Foxcroft Academy, I'd run the ball. There's a stupendous assessment right there.
I think it'll be very telling early to see, as both teams will very likely, in my opinion, try and figure out where they can get some push and pull on that offense and defensive line, especially in a game like this where you're going to want to throw the ball when you want to throw the ball. I think you find yourselves in 3rd and long, you're going to be not happy about it, cursing under your breath to say the least.
Yeah, you said, I shouldn't have thrown that one. Hey, Wells, they're running backs. They average 9 yards a carry. I mean, hello. That predicts what they want to try to do, but both quarterbacks throw the ball well. So nature may prevail.
We'll see. Again, both these teams very explosive on offense. Both these teams very dominant on defense. Yep. Wells wins the toss. They will defer.
Good choice.
And so Foxcroft will obviously receive, and we'll see which way they're going to defend.
Well, I might want Wells to be going into the wind to start the 3rd period. And
so Wells, Foxcroft Academy is going to go left to right.
Yep.
As you see it. The wind blowing mostly across the field towards us from the far sideline, but it is blowing a little bit towards the end zone that Wells will be defending. And, Coach, I'd be curious to see, you and I obviously have seen both Foxcroft and Wells this season against Winslow. They handled their business. Mike and I, of course, had Foxcroft Academy against Winslow in the region championship game. All 3 of those games in the vault. Central Maine Sports on YouTube. Please go like, subscribe while you're there. All of our coverage free. The thing that really stood out to me specifically about the Wells game that you and I had versus Winslow is, yes, Wells could generate a ton of big plays. Wells didn't play with a ton of composure in that game.
Yeah.
They had a lot of 15-yard penalties.
Yeah, that's something that Wells can't do here. And, Wells may be one of those teams that looks past opponents. They may have looked past Winslow. They shouldn't have, because Winslow gave them a realistic game, what they had for talent. But this Wells team they're a head and shoulders above any other Class D team. I know Foxcroft's a great team, got great coaching, great players. But this Wells team is in the top 10 in Maine, regardless of class, for a reason.
Well, we will see. Foxcroft Academy, of course, going to get the first chance to punch them in the mouth, as it were. Back to return, Aiden Harvey, the magnificent slot receiver, and then Landon Smith, one of their 2 running backs. They're both standing at about their 13.
This kick isn't going to go far.
Pietek puts his foot into it. A line drive, good kick. Harry Smith back, takes a bounce. He's going to circle around, finally pick it up at about the 6. He really had to track that down, and he is not going to get a ton of space as that kick took Foxcroft Academy for surprise. and they're going to have a long field.
Took the receiver far too long to get on the ball, and by the time he got on the ball, Wells was right there to tackle.
Now, I'm surprised that was on Harvey's side. He went up to block, and Smith really had to track that down, so we'll see.
That was a mistake.
I agree. Rough
big
field
mistake.
position here for Foxcroft Academy. They're going to start on their own 18-yard line here. Griffin Caruso going to come out. He's got both Holmes and Smith to either side of him, one receiver each side as well. Caruso takes the snap. He's going to hand it to Smith. He's going to circle around behind Holmes, try and turn his shoulders upfield. As he finally tries to cut upfield, he gets hit immediately. He's going to stumble forward, maybe for a gain of 2.
Wells defensively gets to the edge as well as anybody. They will string you out to the sideline. They're very good at that.
So only a yard as Smith on that sweep really didn't find much space, picks up just 1.
Foxcroft, even though they've dominated in D, they're still very, very young. You look down through their roster.
So 2nd and 9 here from the 19 for the Ponies. Caruso comes out in the shotgun. Holmes to his left, 3 receivers near side. That's the wide side of the field. Fake little counter here to Holmes, and he is going to run into a ton of bodies, led initially by big 88 Cody Haynes, and that, I believe, is going to be a loss here for Finn Holmes.
Finn Holmes that time tried to step away to create misdirection, but the defense for Wells was not buying it. Stood their ground.
That counteraction did not work, and in fact, it's a loss of a yard back to the original line of scrimmage. So Foxcroft Academy very quickly finds himself in a 3rd and 10, Coach, which we were just talking about.
This is not where you want to be. Caruso loves 3rd downs and loves to find Finn Holmes out of the backfield.
2 receivers either side. Holmes to his left. Caruso in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Fakes the handoff to Holmes in the gut. Holds. Fires that. That's good coverage. He was looking for Harvey, who was guarded extremely close by Dominic Carbonneau, who was able to knock that away.
Carbonneau, great play. Came over the top. Did not touch the receiver. Great defensive play by Wells.
So that is going to make it 4th and 10. So Foxcroft Academy gets 3 offensive plays, gains a yard, loses a yard, incomplete pass. And now the punt, though they will punt with the wind at their back, is set to take this is Lucas Sands, the big 6'3 receiver.
Need to create some yards on this, net yards.
Took an extra second. That one was a little close, and Sands got every piece of that. It's botched. Having to track it down. It's still loose, still on the ground, and I think finally falling on top of it is Nate Tomorrow, but that one got up. No, I take it back.
No, they ruled that Wells was on the ball. That ball was stripped after the fact.
That was a close call there. As that one, Sands got every bit of it, aided by the wind. Tomorrow had it bounce off his shoulder pads there and then was just able to fall on it. Foxcroft Academy came out of the pile, but good call, Coach. That side judge very quickly ruled, no, that's Wells' ball. So they're going to start 1st and 10 at the 26.
That's unexcusable. They got to know the wind's going to take that punt.
So Cal Moody comes under. There's going to be a quick little sweep action here as trying to get up the field is DeMauro. He's able to square his shoulders a little bit, get up to the 30 as they were packed in tight, Wells was. And that's going to be good for a gain of, call it 3. I think the line of scrimmage actually the 27, so we'll call that 3 yards.
Moody almost lost control of that handoff. Ball was handed up high on the hip, and he almost lost it.
So 3 yards on that one. Again, DeMauro packed in tight there. They're going to come out packed in tight again. 2 backs behind him. I've got a wingman to his left. 1 receiver turnaround.
Nice.
Sweeping off to the right side. Turning upfield. That's a big play. He's trying to step through tackle. Finally taken down at the 40 is Dom Buxton. And Dom Buxton is one of the names you will hear a lot today.
Well, you're going to hear his name. You're going to also hear Potter's name, Eli Potter. Both of those players could be Fitzpatrick candidates.
Yeah. Buxton picks up 10, first down.
You know, again, they're running consistency. No one has stopped them, their run game, yet.
2 very good running backs. Moody's going to come back. Under center again, packed in tight. 2 running backs behind him. 2 receivers out near side. Going to turn around, handoff here. Ton of space for Potter. He's going to try and cut it upfield. Steps through a tackle at the 50, 45, 40. Steps through another tackle, 35, and finally down at the 31. He goes down, I think, on the ball, but Potter just stepping through tackles and gets a monster gain all the way up to the Foxcroft Academy 31.
Potter with 200 pounds plus, roaring down that sideline. The 150-pound linebacker's coming up. It's just not going to happen.
29 yards on that one, and again, Potter more than anything just stepping through tackles.
This is what they do. They wear you down.
Turn around this time. Buxton going to the right side. He's got to step through. He's wrapped up immediately, able to pull through and then fall down. He's going to end up picking up about 2 on that sweep to the right.
I'll bet this is a fun team to coach offensively because they have so many skills. So many skills.
2-yard gain there from Buxton, so 2nd and 7 here. Excuse me, 2nd and 8. Scratch that, 3 yards. 2nd and 7 here from the 28. They put him down at the 31, so make that run before. Knock off a yard from that run on Buxton. Turnaround handoff again. This one not much doing getting to the line of scrimmage. Able to fall forward to about the 25. That was Potter on that carry.
Now Wells also has an outstanding kicker, Sabian Piatek, and he's hit from long range. So even though they're into the wind, they'll use him to kick field goals.
Let's see. They're at the 25. This one not there yet. 4-down territory to me. 3rd and 4 here from the 25 for the Wells Warriors. Moody back under center. Going to turn around, hand off to Potter, sweep around left side. Nobody there, off tackle. Stiff arm trying to stay up. Good tackle there by Lucas Sands, but not before Potter goes down to about the 16-yard line.
The edges are wide open, right and left. And, boy, I'll tell you, there's all kinds of running room. Foxcroft has got to get to the sideline. And this is where Wells hits you with so many different types of attacks.
Wells just been chewing up yards. 1st and 10 now already from the Foxcroft Academy. 16, 7:21 here to go in the first quarter. Moody under center, going to turn around.
Nice.
That one's up to Potter. Excuse me, that's Buxton up the middle as Potter went the other way. Couldn't step through that linebacker tackle. Ended up going to be a solid gain, though, as he gets inside the 10.
Great block up front. Leading the way by Nathan Malloy for Wells.
7 yards on that one for Buxton. 2nd and 3 inside the 10 as Wells has just gone to this running game and pounded their way down. Again, this Wells team can do it in a bevy of ways, but on a day like today where that wind has been so severe, you're getting push, keep feeding the backs. Buxton and Potter behind Moody again. That time to go to Potter on that little quick little fullback dive. He falls forward, maybe down close to the 6. I don't think quite the first down.
Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy at all.
No, they're going to put him at the 7, so give him 2. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 here from the 7 for the Wells Warriors.
Foxcroft facing their biggest defensive battle of the game.
3rd and 1 here from the 7 as we tick to 6 minutes to go here. Wells on their first drive, and they're chewing up yards on the ground. Moody's going to turn around. It's going to be Potter again. Has to shuffle his feet in the backfield. He goes forward. Foxcroft doesn't think he gets it. I think it's going to depend on the spot, but I think he got it.
Yeah, where the sideline official from the near side is, that's a first down.
Take a look at it, and they say first down. Foxcroft Academy gave some push, but he was able to fall just forward. He needed one, got one. 1st and goal from the 6. See if Foxcroft Academy can find some pushes. They almost had a big stop there, at least a 3rd down stop, as it were. Moody comes out under center. They've got again, Potter and Buxton behind him. Buxton's going to get it sweeping left behind Potter. Puts his hand on his back. He gets tripped up. Was he able to fall in the end zone? No, just short, it looks like. As he got traffic around his feet, made it so he couldn't stay upright. Looks like they're going to put Buxton down to the 1.
Textbook drive right here.
So 5-yard gain there from Buxton, and now I imagine Wells has 3 cracks at this to punch it in from a yard out. And I think Big 47 probably going to get a couple of these if need be. 4:52 to go. From the 1-yard line, it is going to be Buxton and Potter, and he's going to pound his way through easily for the 1-yard touchdown.
Potter, that's his 21st touchdown on the season.
That is a lot.
We've got high schools that haven't scored that many in this state.
Just thinking the same thing. Man, the other thing too, Coach, you and I talked about it pregame. A.J. Knight, Coach Coughlin with you. Who can establish that push on the offensive line? Foxcroft Academy going to have to find a way to get some more push as Wells just march down the field on them. Kick is down high and easily through, and just like that, Wells scores first and takes the 7-0 lead. 4:41 to go here in the first quarter. Class D state championship football. Wells on top of Foxcroft Academy. 7-0. We'll be back with more first quarter action when we return. Thanks for listening to High School Sports on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
Both teams have had a drive. Foxcroft Academy runs 3 plays and punts. Wells goes all the way down the field and punches it in for 7. They go up 7-0. As Foxcroft Academy get ready to return here. Another low line drive kick. This one to Harvey. Caught at his 15, 25-30. He's got a lane there. Closes up quickly as he gets spun around and down past the 35. But good field position to start here for the Ponies.
Well, that's exactly what you wanted. You wanted some net gain on the return, and you were right, AJ. He almost broke that to the house. One more step, and he was through to the house.
That was a solid return. 38 where Foxcroft's going to start again on their first possession. Gained a yard, lost a yard, incomplete punt. Caruso comes out in the shotgun. He's got Holmes to his left. 3 receivers far side of the field. That's the wide side, 1 near side. Caruso takes the snap, going to hand off to Holmes. It was low. Holmes trying to sweep out to that left side. He's able to cut up field. He gets tripped up. He's able to keep his footing, but allowed a linebacker to catch up to him. Regardless, though, Holmes going to pick up, I think, 9. And best play already of the day for Foxcroft Academy. You couldn't do much the first drive.
It was a low snap, but Caruso handled it well, got the ball to Holmes, and made it a nice play. You're right. And that's what they need to do. But every snap thus far to Caruso has been low. They've got to fix that.
9 yards on first down. 2 running backs now out, 1 to either side of Caruso. 2 receivers near side, wide side. Sands by himself on the top. Topolsky comes in motion. He's not going to get all the way. They're just going to go back to Holmes. He runs up the gut, able to get across midfield before a couple linebackers finally take him down, and he picks up the first down.
And that's exactly what you've got to do. You've got to control the ball. You've got to run clock and keep the Wells offense off the field.
So Holmes picks up the first down, and for Foxcroft Academy, I think that's absolutely what you need to do is establish that run game to make Caruso's life a little bit easier in this wind. Running back to either side of Griffin Caruso. 1st and 10 from the Wells 48 for Foxcroft. Turnaround, Smith's going to get the carry. Trying to bounce outside. Steps inside. Get by a tackle, but been doing so by the time he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Runs into 2 Wells defenders who keep him to no gain.
An ill-advised bounce to the outside. I thought he had a good cutback and all types of running room up the middle.
Well, to your point, they're going to give him a yard, but the more you string it out, the more chance you give those Wells athletes to catch it up and keep the gain minimal.
And they are quick.
So give Smith a yard, 2nd and 9 from the Wells 47. Running back to either side of Caruso again.
Caruso wants to throw the ball.
Fakes the handoff to Smith. Instead, a little counter to Holmes. He gets to the line of scrimmage and runs into big number 56. That was Claudio Watson, the first one to grab him. And I don't know about that. Again, these are 2 yards I didn't think that Foxcroft got, but either way, they're going to go 1 yard on back-to-back plays. That one for Holmes, and now all of a sudden that running attack slowed right back down, and it's 3rd and 8.
Play just stopped. I mean, he wasn't going anywhere.
Not only that, he got stopped to your point, but then quickly was surrounded so he couldn't get away.
All right, we're back there. Is this 4-down territory? I don't know. 3rd and long.
Caruso with Holmes to his right, 3 receivers to his wide as well. That's the wide side. He's going to turn around, throw it out there. That's Sands, little jet screen. Sands tries to dance, and by the time he does, he gets wrapped up. He's able to stay on his feet and power forward for a few more yards, but going to be well short of a first down. Sands, I think, danced a little bit too much. I think you'd like to see him just hit that.
Here's how much confidence you'll have. Does the coach go for it on 4th and 4? And it looks like he is. So he has confidence that he can play with Wells on a short field.
So Sands picks up just 4. Coach's point, it's about to be 4th and 4 from the Wells 42. They've got to get to the 38. And quick moving first quarter, 1:36 left already. Both teams had a drive. Foxcroft went 3 and out. Wells scored. Foxcroft facing 4th down here on their second opportunity.
Big play.
Three receivers, far side of the field. Caruso drops back, looking that way. Throws it short, and it's intercepted. He threw it right to Potter. And Wells going to get that short field one way or the other. Yep. This one by a Potter interception.
Potter was hiding behind one of the receivers, playing coy, and when the ball was thrown, he stepped in, picked it off.
Now, that one looked like it was thrown right to him, and so that sets Wells up with the 1st and 10 from their own 41, as they're just trying to run the short little curl route there to pick up the first down, and Potter stepped right in front of that. So that stops clock. 78 seconds here to go in the first quarter. Wells on their second drive. Man goes in motion. They're going to hand right up to gut, back to the guy who got the interception. That's Potter. Wasn't a whole lot of space there, but he's able to lurch forward and get up to about the 45. Should be good for a gain of 4, and they'll put him down dead center on that 45.
Yeah, again, that's what they do, smash mouth football. Say, here are our running backs. You've got to stop them. In the Foxcroft Academy defense now, you're starting to see kids' hands on hips, knees. They've been on the field a long time this first quarter.
Yes, they have. 2nd and 6 from the 45. Turn around. Buxton going to get it sweeping to the right side, able to step through the line of scrimmage. He got a shoestring tackle there. I think Harvey initially got his foot. A couple other Foxcroft defenders there to help wrap it up. Buxton falls forward, though. Going to be a gain of 3. So should be 3rd and 3 here for the Ponies.
And Wells has had no problem converting on 3rd down. Foxcroft has a chance to change that.
3rd and 3. Foxcroft Academy had a chance to get a 3rd down stop on the last one. Needed to stop a yard, gave up exactly a yard. 3rd and 3 here near midfield. Turn around. This one's going to go to Potter. Steps to the line of scrimmage. Takes a hard tackle, but he's able to roll past the first down marker. And no surprise there. Big 47 carries him to another first down as he gets up to the 47 of Foxcroft Academy, and that likely will end the first quarter.
I like the way Potter picks up his blocks as well. A little bit of a delay, a little stutter step, finds the hole and busts it.
So he picked up 5 to give him a first down, and that is how the first quarter will come to an end. A whole lot of running. Wells doing a lot better job of it thus far. After one in the Class D state championship football game, it's Wells 7, Foxcroft Academy nothing. Back with the second quarter here on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
AJ Knight, Coach Don Coughlin here for the Class D State Championship football game. After one quarter, we got to give you the first quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. First quarter, Foxcroft Academy 3 and out. Wells has no problem moving the ball. Potter picks up the touchdown as he lunged out from, 5 yards. He has an interception on the next drive as Foxcroft Academy showed a little bit of promise, and now Wells has a chance here to go up 2 scores as they have just been unstoppable on the ground. That is your first quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Simple game. Foxcroft needs a stop. 1st and 10 for Wells at midfield. Foxcroft has got to stop them.
Turn around. They're going to hand off to Buxton. Not much space there. Credit to him. He definitely got hit well in the backfield, but was able to just sort of keep his feet turning and turn that into about a 2-yard gain.
Well, that's the thing. They're hit in the backfield, but they pick up 3 and 4 yards.
Buxton picks up 3 on that one again. Foxcroft, some good push, just couldn't wrap Buxton up.
And again, you've got Wells controlling the pace of the game. It's almost like Foxcroft's offense has not been out there. Time of possession certainly belongs to Wells.
2nd and 7 here from the Foxcroft 44 for Wells. Turn around. Buxton going to get it sweeping to the left side, trying to get outside, able to finally turn the corners, able to step up the sideline, runs out of real estate, though, as he does, but able to pick up the first down.
Bigger, faster, stronger. For sure, around that edge, Foxcroft can't do a thing to stop that run.
He goes out out of bounds at the 36 as he took him, Foxcroft strung him out a little bit, finally ran out of real estate, but picks up 8 yards and a first down for Buxton as we tick down to 11 minutes. And to your point, Coach, Foxcroft goes 3 and out on their opening drive, get a decent kick return, don't run a ton of plays. I mean, it has been all Wells offense thus far. Turnaround, Potter's going to get it, looking for some space. Flag comes in, finally able to go off tackles. He just rode his blocks. Nice job there getting down to the 25, but there is laundry on the field.
There is, and that's going to be a hold. It's going to move the offense back, and that's a ray of hope for Foxcroft, but they can't rely on penalties to stop them.
You got to hope if that's near the line of scrimmage, you expect this to be 1st and long. And they're going to mark it off, looks like from line of scrimmage. So it's going to be the full 10 counting against the sticks. So this should be 1st and 20, and your Foxcroft Academy have to take advantage of Wells now potentially being behind the chains.
Yep, I mean, that's a big play, but you need to counter it with another big play defensively.
So 1st and 20 for Wells, backs them all the way up to the Foxcroft Academy 46. And then again, in this spot, unless you just don't pick up anything, I imagine this is 4-down territory for him.
Absolutely.
Moody under center. Man goes in motion, going to turn around, fake the play action here, rolls out to his left side. Still time. He throws that, and I think that's intercepted. It is. Smith got it, got the foot in. And again, just like the Foxcroft interception, he threw that right to Smith, who was undercutting that route the whole time.
Well, Moody, he kept looking downfield, and someone got in that seam. I'm not sure who the receiver was, but the defender stepped right in the route and jumped the route.
Monster defensive play when Foxcroft Academy absolutely needed one. Landon Smith picks it off as he undercuts that route, does a nice job getting a foot in bounds. 1st and 10 from their own 36. Foxcroft Academy going to come out spread. 2 receivers to the far side of the field, 2 on the near side. Man comes in motion, a little pop pass to Harvey, sweeping to the left side, tries to cut up, does a nice job staying on his feet, and is going to pick up about 6.
Well, we both saw it, AJ. There was nothing going wide on that play, but a nice cutback and pick up a good 6 or 7 yards.
Yeah, what coach said, that was not going to go wide. Harvey nearly lost his footing. He cut back so sharply.
He didn't want to go 6. Wide.
And that's one of those little pop passes that's become so familiar. So Sands near side, the big receiver by himself, 3 far side of the field, wide side. Crusoe takes a snap. He's going to hand off to Holmes. Holmes is going to get hammered soon as he gets the line of scrimmage, and he's going to lose at least a yard.
Caruso says, and he's over to the coach saying, Coach, that's not going to work.
Wow, that's a favorable spot. They gave him no gain. So it's going to be 3rd and 4 here for Foxcroft Academy, an all too familiar position for him. Under 10 minutes to go here in the first half, 7-0 Wells. Foxcroft gets the big stop they needed. His linebacker, Landon Smith, picks off Cal Moody. But again, can Foxcroft Academy pick up 3rd downs? Caruso's going to come out in the shotgun. Holmes to his left. They've got 2 receivers packed in off the butts of the tackles. Harvey goes in motion behind. Pitch pass to Polsky, kind of a trap play, and he goes nowhere. He got a little trap pitch right there in front of the offensive line, and then he got hit immediately in the backfield.
Well, it's a well-designed play, but Wells stood their ground, didn't commit, made a nice play.
They're going to call no gain again, I think fairly generous. Topolsky makes that catch for no yards as they try to catch Wells snoozing. But you and I have talked about this in the last game, Coach. You run all that motion, but if everybody's still in the backfield, defense knows they at least got to meet at that point.
What? Whoa.
That was a close play. Sands gets it off, a little high pump. It's going to take a favorable bounce, but roll out of bounds and should put Wells down. They're going to mark him at looks like the 28 here for the Warriors.
You know, if you're trailing by 2 and you're Foxcroft, you go for that 1st down. But trailing only by 1 score, punt it away, and let it be what it's going to happen here.
Yeah, we'll see. And again, they're going to need to stop. My concern, Coach, you mentioned it, I think, initially, but I'm with you. That time of possession, this first half, I think, really starting to stack up.
Yeah. And again, a lot of these kids from Foxcroft go both ways, but defensively, they've got to be strong.
Wells turn around, quick hitter to Potter. He bounces off a pile of tacklers and able to spin and fall forward for another 2 yards as he got hit a couple yards upfield. Should be good for about 4.
Potter's got great instincts. He just bounces off one tackle to the other.
You said it, and watching, I think it's a great point. He does a nice job following the flow of his blocks.
Yeah. He sets himself. There's a little bit of a delay, a little stutter step. Reads his block, reads the defense, then attacks.
Moody under center again, going to turn around. This time Buxton trying to sweep out to the left side. He's able to step through. Got hands around him, dragging the defender. Finally taken down, but not before he gets close to midfield, as Sickler was trying to tackle him and got drugged for about 7 yards. Buxton on that sweep, able to pick up 15 on that one. 1st and 10 Wells, and this is what we saw from Wells on their first drive when they scored the touchdown.
And Wells got a great block for number 77, Bryce Curley, who got outside and sprung Buxton for a big one.
1st and 10 from the 47 here from Wells. Again, just 2 backs behind Moody. Going to turn around. Buxton going to sweep to the left side. Able to avoid a tackle, and as he tries to turn up field, he gets hit hard. Falls forward, I think, for a gain of maybe 3.
You know, Foxcroft needs one time of having a couple of hits for no gain. I mean, Wells, even on the plays that don't go anywhere, they pick up 2 and 3.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a favorable point, especially on a day like today. And again, that one, trying to sweep outside, Buxton cut it up. As soon as he squared, his shoulders got hit. But to your point, falls forward, and next thing you know, it's 2nd and 7. So Wells, 2nd and 7 here, up 7-0. They're at midfield. Moody back under center again. Buxton and Potter right behind him. 2 receivers far side, wide side. Doesn't matter. Potter's getting. He's able to bounce outside. Nobody's there. 45-40. Tries to cut back. Couldn't stay on his feet. And he's tripped up there. And I believe we've got a flag down right where he got tripped up.
That's an interesting call right there.
Right about the 37.
Could be mask.
As I say, could be, holding all that. Could be a trip.
Yeah.
See what the call is. Nope. We all that guessing for nothing. It was just a hold.
Whoa.
Hold against Wells.
Well, again, Wells is shooting themselves in the foot. They've dominated this half. Let's tell it like it is, and it's only 7-0, and they're shooting themselves in the foot.
So they are at midfield. The penalty puts them back at the Foxcroft Academy 49. So they end up moving forward a yard after the 10-yard penalty. So it's going to be, I believe, second and 6.
Yeah, clock operator's next door.
So Moody goes back under center, 2 running backs behind him. Going to turn around this time. Fake to Potter. Now they're going to run the reverse. Coming on the right side. Now cutting up field and just hit hard there, getting a second level. Should be a first down. That was Riley Murphy who got it on sort of the reverse sweep.
Nathan Malloy he just loaded up on Aiden Bryant coming around that edge. Oh, my goodness.
Murphy there cut that back into the traffic, and when he did, took a shot, the right receiver did, but picked up 8 and a first down. So that penalty didn't matter too much, as again, Wells just chewing up yards. 1st and 10 from the Foxcroft 41, 6:17 to go in the half. Turn around, Buxton, he's going to get it sweeping left, follows his block, now tries to bounce it outside.
Wow.
Flag comes in way from the back judge.
Wow.
As Buxton takes that inside the 30, and again, these Wells running backs extremely patient.
Well, that's going to go against Foxcroft, I believe.
Face mask. Yep. Good call, Coach.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Let's see where they mark it off. Original line of scrimmage is a 41. They're going to say Buxton got up to the 29, so he picked up 12, and then I think this is just going to be 5. Yep. So Buxton runs for 12, picks up the first down, and then 5 more tacked on from the Foxcroft incidental face mask.
Yeah, and Wells certainly doesn't need that. I mean, they're running the ball well enough.
1st and 10 from the 24 for Wells. Moody under center, man goes in motion, going to turn around, handed right up the gut to Potter, who just powers his way. It is not a pretty 6-7 yards, but it is an effective 6 or 7 yards.
And you can certainly see Foxcroft Academy back on their heels, has no thrust.
Potter picked up 7 there, and that was just straight up the gut. But it was good for 7, 2nd and 3 here, as Wells is just wearing down this Foxcroft Academy defense.
Just dominating on this drive.
2nd and 3, 5:33 here to go. Wells looking for their second score. They're going to turn around, and they're going to hand it off to Buxton. Tries to sweep, gets outside, hit out of bounds. The Sickler finally got him as he turned up field. Not much, but enough. I think 4 yards.
Going to be short.
No,
short
good
of first
call.
down. Yeah.
A good call. A little Let's see, but they only end up giving him 2 on that one.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Yeah, 2. So 3rd and 1 here. So Foxcroft Academy, familiar position. They were on that first touchdown drive for Wells. 3rd and short.
But you look at this, and there's a timeout here. Both teams are taking a timeout.
And Foxcroft's going to burn a timeout.
And they need one.
I think they do need a breather. We'll take it with them. 7-0. Wells on top. 3rd and 1 at the 15 of Foxcroft Academy as they look to go up 2 scores in the second quarter. Here in the Class D State Championship football game, we will be back with more action here on The Score next.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
AJ Knight, Coach Coughlin here. Class D State Championship football. Wells on top, 7-0 here in the second quarter. 5:25 to go, and they are facing a 3rd and 1 from potentially putting themselves up 2 scores. Moody back under center. I imagine 47 is going to get this one.
Think?
Turn around. He gets it. He bursts through. As almost nobody's there. Finally spun down. Touchdown saving tackle. As I don't think anybody's surprised that Potter got it, but there was nobody there.
You know, you look at these individual matchups, and Wells is so much bigger person for person when it comes to the point of attack.
Potter finally goes down on the 3-yard line, so he picks up 12 easily. 1st and goal from the 3.
Yep.
Turn around. Potter's going to get it again. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
We got a
false start. Timeout.
False start on Wells.
Good call, Coach. Yeah. Potter, I think, had the 6 there, but that was going to be 5, so Wells is going to back themselves up. 1st and goal from the 8.
There's a reason he got into the end zone before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, you get his size, you get an early start for someone that big. That's not fair.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
Yeah.
So 1st and goal for Wells on the 8 after they give up 5 on the false start. Potter checking out.
They just bring in another.
Moody under center, still 2 running backs behind him. Now Buxton going to get it sweeping right side, cuts it up, nobody's there, and he easily goes in from 8 yards out and puts Wells up 13-0. Buxton swept to that right side in between tackle and guard and that C gap. Nobody was there. Nobody.
Yeah, they get outside so well, and they just dominate density-wise. I mean, there's so many white players, Wells players in that area.
And so it is inevitable, almost feels like, for the Wells offense. Extra point pending. Snap is dead. Good. Hold down. Yep. Kick up. Kick good. Wells up 14-0 in the Class D State Championship football game. Under 5 minutes to go here in this first half. We will have more second quarter action for you when we return on AM 1160, The Score.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
14-0. Wells looking to defend their Class D State Championship as their running game has just been unstoppable. High little pooch punt. That one bounces in front of Smith. He picks it up about a 17, looking for a block, and doesn't find much there as he gets hammered and then planted into the ground. And there's just not much space there for him to return that one.
Foxcroft needs some lightning in a bottle because things certainly aren't going their way. And, you know, Wells right now has all things going for them. But Foxcroft, again, they've got some offensive abilities. They're going against the wind, but they need some type of a drive to bring them into the halftime locker room.
So they're going to start 1st and 10 on their own 27. Started 3 and out, had a decent drive last time. Still shifting. Sands had to back all the way up. Shotgun here for Caruso. Holmes to his left. Be a quick start there. Caruso play fake, looking over the middle, floats it. He has Topolsky wide open. Topolsky had to wait for it, catches it, breaks a tackle there, jukes another defender. Finally going to get tied up and goes down at the 45. Foxcroft wanted the face mask.
They got it.
And so ref threw one in. Topolsky with a monster catch as they officially mark him down. Looks like I think it's going to be the Wells 45, so give him 28 on that one, but he was behind the defense. And just your point, that hangs up there because the win. That should have been 6.
Yeah, and that's something to remember back to now. And there's a conversation as to what's going to happen here. There was a flag on the other side of the field as well, and these could be offsetting.
That would be disastrous for Foxcroft Academy, who's been just looking for some life. So let's see what the head judge gives us here.
It's going to be offsetting. He just doesn't know how to signal it. He knows.
Personal foul, face mask against Wells.
Yeah, so we're going to tack it on.
Yeah, it wasn't offsetting. I think he said the first penalty was declined.
Yeah. So they're going to tack it on. So Foxcroft's in business.
And not only that, this is the 15-yard variety. So Topolsky went from the 27 to the 46. That was good for 27 yards. For Topolsky on the catch, then add 15 more on the penalty. So just like that, 40 yards picked up by Foxcroft Academy, and they're 1st and 10 at the Wells 31.
Well, I like to see Caruso going to the air because it's spreading out the defense a little bit.
2 and 2. Finn Holmes to the left. Caruso in the gun. Gonna turn around, fake a little short pass. Now he's going to load up over the center, looking for Sands. Sands bumped. I think you could argue a flag, but in a state championship game, I'm good with the no call.
I'll go with that, AJ.
He was hit early, I will say that, and there was traffic. Had a linebacker underneath, and then rolling over the top was Alex Albright, the senior.
Caruso, well-thrown ball right there.
Against the win, that was where it needed to be. Sands, I think someone is that Foxcroft Academy has to get involved. He has a big frame, and he is not slow.
Well, and he's got a mismatch out here. They can't cover him.
2 receivers far side, back to either side of Griffin. Slot man comes in motion. That's Topolsky. They're just going to hand it off to Holmes going to the right side. He gets through the line of scrimmage, but not much space afterwards as he stays up on his feet. Forward progress called dead. He's going to be around maybe the 27.
Interesting call, AJ.
Side judge, especially I think that Topolsky comes in motion. You're going to have him come try to get sort of a crack block there at the second level. But again, Wells doing a nice job at the point of attack. They're going to give him just 3. So 3rd and 7 from the Wells 28 here for Foxcroft Academy. And this, they call 3rd down the money down, and it has not been Foxcroft's strength today.
I'd like to see Caruso get out of that pocket, put some pressure on that defensive end.
Clock running, 3:33 here to go in the first half. Caruso in the shotgun, back to either side. He's going to hand it off to Smith, sweeping to the left side, tries to cut back, runs into his own defender, and that allows the Wells defender to get a handful of jersey and keep him to a loss.
Yeah, there was nothing there. Too many white jerseys. And it's going to bring 4th and about 7.
They're going to say no gain. I think that's generous.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think Smith fell forward. But regardless, Foxcroft Academy facing 4th and 7 from the Wells 28 as we tick under 3 minutes. Wells on top, 14-0. Foxcroft Academy gets the big play on the pass to Topolsky with a 15-yard face mask on top of it. But again, we've seen this now. Foxcroft Academy, even when they've strung together a little bit of a drive, all of a sudden they just run into a wall. 4th and 7 here. Man goes out from the backfield into the slot. Caruso drops back, looking left side. Going to put that one up. I think it's tipped and it's picked off as that one just floated on him, and it's Buxton. Buxton at the 30, working up the sideline, 40, 50, and he is gone. He tiptoed the sideline, and he is going to take that 80 yards to the house. Pick 6, Dom Buxton of the Wells Warriors.
Well, if there's any evidence that Buxton came to play, and we do have a flag.
I think that all that excitement, I think this is going to be wiped off as there's a flag on the near sideline here right in front of the Foxcroft bench.
But did they have to have a committee meeting to have him throw it? I mean, that wasn't there. That's an interesting.
I would imagine this is going to go against Wells.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hold against Wells.
Yeah, that's certainly the right call.
So Dom Buxton's pick 6 is negated.
Yeah.
Wells, I think Wells will keep the ball. I imagine that hold happened on the return, and it did. So Wells on 4th and 7 gets the interception. Dom Buxton picks it off. The interception is wiped off, or the pick six, is wiped off, but possession goes back to Wells, who now is going to have all 3 of their timeouts, 2:22 to work with here in this first half. They're going to get the ball to start the second half as well. This is danger time for Foxcroft.
Boy, Buxton's had a second quarter.
1st and 10 from the 21. Moody under center. Potter, the only one behind him. He's going to get it up the gut. Steps through the offensive line, runs into a linebacker, stays on his feet, only he moves laterally. Finally goes down, it looks like about the 25. See how aggressive Wells wants to be here.
Well, I thought Foxcroft might call a timeout, try to get the ball back on downs, but maybe they just want to get into halftime.
Content to let it run. 4 yards for Potter on that one. Wells not really in much of a hurry. 2nd and 6 from their own 25. Under 2 minutes here to go in the first half.
I'd want to get them to have to punt out of here.
Hands off Buxton, trying to sweep to the left side. Steps through the line of scrimmage. Breaks a tackle. Now he's up the sideline, and he's got one man to beat, Landon Smith. He's pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets to the Foxcroft Academy 35. A huge run for Dom Buxton. Saved only a touchdown by Landon Smith, who was able to finally shove him out of bounds. They put him down at the 37, so give him 38 yards on that one.
Well, that's what they've been doing all day. Buxton gets him out of the hole, this time left sideline, and boy, I'll tell you, all Foxcroft could do to bring him down, prevent a touchdown.
Now Wells really in business. 1st and 10 from the Foxcroft 37, turnaround. That's going to go to Potter. He's hit immediately, does fall forward across the 35. And see, again, Wells, I imagine, you want to run, hurry up a little bit more. You get the big play. They only pick up 3, not stopping the clock. 1:25 here to go. Tick. Wells has all 3 timeouts, and they are just sitting in the Warriors coaching staff pockets. 1:15 to go. Clock still running. They have 2nd and 7 from the 34. Moody's going to turn around, going to fake it to Potter. He's going to keep him himself. He's trying to get outside, able to, pick up the first down, be close, but he stepped out of bounds, which is the important part of that. See where Moody gets marked out of bounds. And there is a flag on the play.
And this one is going to be holding once again.
Holding against Wells. And that's a big deal for Foxcroft Academy because Wells, a little lackluster, with my opinion, of the clock. Now all of a sudden you're backing up. They're going to spot him down after the 10-yard penalty at the 41. 64 seconds left. It's going to be 2nd and 14. Wells has all 3 timeouts, but only 64 seconds left. Moody in the shotgun.
And he's got the win. That's
flag thrown. Drop a play there. That one's thrown there. Wide receiver screen, and there's a ton of space as Murphy tries to break that to the outside. One man to beat. 10-5, stays inbound. Touchdown! There's a flag on the play. We'll wait, but that was a little wide receiver screen executed beautifully by Wells.
That should have been blown dead. That play should not have been allowed to run. You got to stop the clock. You've also got to have to put time back on the clock. But that play should have been blown dead at the line of scrimmage.
Now that flag was thrown right as the ball was snapped.
And that's what the referee is telling the linesman now. You allowed the play to go. But that should have been blown dead.
Consensus up here in the press box is going to be 5 more yards against Wells after a great wide receiver screen, a legal shift. So it is going to be 5 more yards. So 2nd and 14 from the 41, about to be 2nd and 19 from the 46 of Foxcroft Academy. And again, they're going to have to put more time on the clock because they let it run, even though it was a touchdown. But Wells is just casualness with the clock. I think going to end up biting them here into this first half.
Out of the 24 minutes of this football game, I would say that the Foxcroft defense has been on this field at least 18 minutes.
I think that's actually a pretty safe get
of the 24.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid number that I don't think is an exaggeration.
I mean, a score here by Wells, and we may as well pack it up. But Foxcroft's defense has got to stop Wells here.
So they move the clock 43 seconds. Wells 46 yards from pay dirt as they continue to back up here. Moody goes back under center. He's going to turn around. He's going to roll out on the bootleg, fakes it, stops left side, going to throw across his body, jump ball, and that is a great catch. It's a dangerous throw, but Carbono able to box out the defender and come down with it.
That's exactly what he did. He got inside position, put the defense on his back, and went up for the ball. Great catch.
They're going to put him down at the 17-yard line, so give him 29 yards. 1st and 10, 34 seconds here to go. Wells finally burns a timeout. We'll keep it here real quick. Give me an opportunity to let you know that high school sports on the score brought to you by Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dock fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. And, of course, Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas, pellet, wood stoves, and hardscape products. And 201 Tire, Battery, and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line.
Moody this year, quarterback for the Wells Warriors, 9 touchdown passes, which seems to be a little bit lax. I guess when you've got those running backs.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, Potter run for what, his 25th touchdown?
Yeah.
I'm with you. That pass, I would say at the best case scenario, ill-advisable, cross your body back towards the middle of the field, but Carbono bailing out his quarterback, boxed out, and is able to pick up the big gain. 1st and 10 from the 17 here. Turnaround, double handoff. That one trying to break it outside and easily with a convo. Easy touchdown, 17 yards out. Carbono, after the great play, gets it on a sweep, gets the outside, and there is nobody there for Foxcroft.
Well, I think you were about to say convoy going in, and that's just what they had as he went in untouched and all types of interference in front of him.
Carbono got that on the double handoff, and there was nobody but white jerseys. Happened so quickly, couldn't even get the word convoy out, trying to combine it with Carbono, but he goes 17 yards out, and Wells taking firm command of this one.
Ooh.
Snap down a little close, but they put it up, so that puts Wells on top 21-0 with just 25 seconds here to go in this first half. Of course, high school sports on the score, brought to you by Height Chevrolet. Our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. And Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street in Waterville, your sight specialist. Now, Coach, we had high hopes for this one being a little bit closer with these two offenses, but Wells' offensive line can do no wrong. Foxcroft Academy has found some plays, but just cannot convert a third down thus far.
Awfully eerie, reminiscent of our first game at 11 o'clock, the Class C game, when Herman couldn't find their offense and tried everything, but they just couldn't score.
So just 25 seconds left, barring something catastrophic. Imagine that's going to be your halftime score. That punt's going to go over Smith's head and easily find its way into the end zone. See if Foxcroft comes out and does anything other than takes a knee.
Well, I'd want to get into halftime start talk. We got the same situation coming out as Foxcroft will kick off. Do they go on signs like Herman tried?
We'll have that discussion in the Hammond Lumber halftime show.
Let's chat that one up.
I mean, they're going to have to try and find a spark. They found a couple of passing plays, but again, to your point, they have not been able to convert a third down. 1st and 10 here from the 20, 25 seconds go in the half. I'm with you, Coach. I'd imagine you don't want to. A penalty stop to pick six. I think I'd get to half and make adjustments. We'll see, though. Caruso in the shotgun, takes the snap, just going to hand off to Holmes, trying to go up the gut, and he's going to run into a wall right at the 20, and I think be held to no gain, and I imagine that will end the half.
Yep.
Yeah, they mark him down, so give Holmes a gain of nothing. And Foxcroft Academy loosely drops back, but they are not going to run another play, so that will do it for the first half. Foxcroft Academy needing to find some kind of offensive spark as they find themselves down 21-0 and facing kicking off to Wells to start the third quarter. We'll, of course, get to the second quarter breakdown as well as the Hammond Lumber halftime show. Class D state championship football at half. Wells on top of Foxcroft Academy 21-0 in the rematch. We will be back with stats and all the breakdown here on 1160 The Score.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Have you been dealing with eye issues, but you keep putting off having an exam? Contact Kennebec Eye Care. Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobek, and Kaylee Brand OD will give you a thorough eye examination to diagnose the issue and create a plan to fix it. Call 872-2797 to schedule an appointment today. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street in Waterville. Online at KennebeCEyeCare.com. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialist.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait. Did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
AJ Knight, Coach Coughlin here with you at halftime of the Class D state championship football game. Foxcroft Academy finds himself trailing 21-0 against the Wells Warriors. Of course, second quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. Just 7-0 after the first as Wells really took a very long drive, then got the ball back and took a long drive. Quarter ended. They end up punching it in. Couple turnovers traded back and forth. A pick six negated for Wells.
Too bad.
But they end up establishing their run game even more so in the first half as they score a touchdown scored two touchdowns in the second quarter, capped off by Carbonneau, who had a big catch and then takes the sweep into the end zone. And that's how you get to 21-0 for Wells at the half. That is your second quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984, Coach, which of course leads us to the Hammond Lumber Company halftime show. Hammond Lumber serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner, HammondLumber.com. Thought this was going to be a closer game.
Yeah, we did.
Through a half, not so much.
It's eerily similar to that last ball game, but you know, watching this ball game, Wells just is having their way with Foxcroft Academy. There is no defensive end appearing on the Foxcroft defense. There's no stop sign on the ends. I mean, backs are just getting the ball for Wells and running unhindered around the corner. That's the first thing. I don't know if Foxcroft can stop that. But somehow, some way, a score on the board could unite this team. I don't know, AJ. I mean, you're looking at Caruso. He throws the ball well. It's had a couple of passes against the wind.
Yep.
But they've got to take advantage of him when they do get the wind. And having said that, can they mount 2 or 3 scores in this second half? A couple of breaks, maybe. But Wells is the real deal. I don't know what's going to unhinge them. You can't stop them defensively. They have too much talent. You can't stop them defensively. They're too big and too strong. So Foxcroft Academy, this would be a major comeback to get back into this one.
Looking at some numbers for you for Wells, I think the only thing you'd say they've done negatively besides the interception thrown by Cal Moody, 7 penalties for 65 yards.
Yep.
You and I saw that they're a little bit, I don't want to say undisciplined, but can be a little sloppy. But their running backs, no surprise, their two-headed attack has carried them most of the season. Buxton's got 112 yards. He's got a rushing touchdown and an interception on defense. Potter's got 83 rushing yards. He's got a touchdown. He has an interception on defense, unsurprisingly. Those two running backs leading him. And on the other side, just not much doing. I mean, you look at the total yards. Foxcroft Academy coach has at halftime 25, 53, 57 total offensive yards. Just been dominated by that Wells D. And part of it is they just haven't been on the field very long.
No, we haven't called Finn Holmes' name, Landon Smith maybe once or twice. But these are people that we call their names because they continue drives. And Wells just will not allow that. And Foxcroft doesn't know where to turn.
21-0, Wells on top of Foxcroft Academy in the Class D state championship football game. Of course, high school sports on the score. Brought to you by Whittemore and Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Casella Waste for your residential and commercial trash pickup. And, of course, Central Maine Community College, more than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. 21-0. Foxcroft Academy finds himself trailing in the Class D state championship rematch from a year ago. Wells on their way to 2 straight gold balls. We'll find out what the coaches' keys are, plus tell you about the Class C game we had before this, and we've got a score from one of the other state championship games, not here at Lewiston High School. We'll have all that for you when we come back for the Hammond Lumber halftime show on AM 1160, The Score.
Whittemore and Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
Oh, please start.
You wouldn't allow your car to bypass its maintenance, would you?
Hey, Jen, would you look this up on your computer?
Oh, wish I could. This office computer is so slow.
How about your computer maintenance? Trust the pros at Computer Improvements. They can come on site or stop by, handling general maintenance, antivirus protection, hardware upgrades. And Computer Improvements can set you up with solid-state hardware memory, giving your operating system wicked fast response time due to less moving parts, so your day isn't like this. Contact Computer Improvements to schedule your service today. Computer Improvements, downtown Skowhegan.
Manchester Motors is your official Coyote tractor dealer. If you work the land, you just got to be a jack-of-all-trades type. There's just too much to do. So if you got to be a welder, or a farmer, or a ditch digger, that's just who you are that day. Then tomorrow, you can be somebody else. Find your Coyote tractor at Manchester Motors, 1031 Western Avenue, Manchester.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. From 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
You deserve a better credit card, offering rewards you can redeem for merchandise and a competitive low interest rate you can feel good about. Connected Credit Union has the perfect credit card to meet your needs and your budget. Go ahead, reward yourself today by applying online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, member eligibility required, subject to credit approval.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher,
an HVAC technician,
pediatric nurse.
Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect,
physical therapist,
I'm going to be a lawyer,
or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor,
a machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer,
an athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Looking to begin or further your career in manufacturing and don't know where to start? Midstate Machine is in need of CNC machinists at our Winslow facility, where we manufacture components for some of the most exciting industries: aerospace, defense, power generation. I'm Jeremy Stanford, manufacturing manager, and I personally want to invite you to come learn about the great pay and benefits Midstate Machine has to offer. To apply, visit midstateusa.com. That's midstateusa.com, an equal opportunity employer. Come grow with us.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
AJ Knight, Coach John Coughlin here with you at halftime, Hammond Lumber halftime on AM 1160 The Score. Central Maine Sports in the Class D State Championship football game, where Wells finds himself on top of Foxcroft Academy 21-0. And Coach, you made a really good point before we get to a couple of the other scores from state championship games today about this specific score in this game.
It was a year ago today in this same ball game that Foxcroft Academy at halftime was up 21-0. Same score as we have here today, roles reversed, and Wells came back in the second half and won 22-21. Anything can happen. It's going to be a tall order from what we've seen from Foxcroft, but I'll bet those people last year sitting here said the same thing.
Yeah, not wrong. A couple other scores for you. Of course, we had Class C to start off the day. Freiburg Academy takes care of business. They beat Herman 28-0, capping off a postseason where they didn't give up a single point as they finally get the gold ball they've been seeking. And I don't know about you, Coach, a little bit surprising me, I think, the way people talked about Thornton Academy, but Portland handles Thornton Academy 35-14 in the Class A state championship game.
I thought Thornton Academy was a lock-in
you and me
going
both.
into that ball game.
Well, that's the final score in A. Of course, Class B going on now. That's Falmouth and Kennebunk. And Class B here, Class D. Of course, we're in the Hammond Lumber halftime show. Who? Falmouth on top, 14-6, the score we've been given in the Class B state championship game. Unsurprising. I guess a little bit surprising there. That, again, much like this game, I thought two teams that could really put up some points and a low-scoring game there as well.
Yeah, if you had told me that Wells would be up 3 scores and Foxcroft had not been on the board, no way was I going to say yes.
We were expecting a closer game thus far. Foxcroft Academy going to need a big second half to make that true as we wrap up the Hammond Lumber halftime show. Of course, high school sports on the score made possible thanks to Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, They beat any price, Route 201 in Skowhegan. Computer improvements, from sales of computers and accessory to service. We are your go-to computer store. And KVFCU, invested in you. As we get ready here, Coach, for the start of the second half, talk to me about Foxcroft Academy. Mention how this score in roles reversed, but exactly what we saw last year in the Class C state championship game. Final score ended up being 22-21. Wells pulling out that one. What does Foxcroft have to do to make that a realistic possibility?
Well, they saw it here last year. Exactly what Wells did to them last year. A couple of turnovers, a couple of long touchdown passes, and penalties, which Wells is already shooting themselves in the foot.
Definitely true.
So you've got all the makings in the game, but something has to happen. There has to be one piece of lightning that has to happen. Again, AJ, I'll go back to the old adage, whether you win by 3 or 30.
True.
If you're kicking off and you've got to set the tempo, I'd go on sides.
So here we find ourselves in the exact same spot that we were the Class C championship game, where Herman had to kick off to Freiburg 14-0 in that one. They lined up for it. Looked like they had a lot of long discussions, and then Freiburg, I think, really packed that front line. Ended up trying to go with a short pooch kick, and it was fair caught.
I didn't like that. I didn't like the pooch kick. I want it on the ground, and especially in this kind of weather.
Yeah, I think especially if it's me and all of my vast coaching experience, obviously, I tell my kicker, kick it low, kick it hard, and just see if you can get it to hit a body.
Yep.
So we'll see what Foxcroft has as we get ready to start the third quarter here again. Wells on top of the Ponies, 21-0, and set to receive the opening
You know,
kickoff.
AJ, Foxcroft is so good, they may not even practice this. They may not even practice onside kicks.
That's not necessarily a bogus point to make. It's true.
Why even waste time?
So we'll see. Aiden Harvey's going to kick, and it's a low. It's going to be a short kick, and that one's going to get out of bounds. So that is going to be the almost exact opposite of what you said.
Wells wants the ball. Yeah, oh, yeah.
So this will be good field position regardless for a Wells offense that, besides the drive that ended in a pick, really has done nothing wrong, especially when it's just handing the ball off to either Buxton or Potter out of the backfield.
Lest I forget it, I want to congratulate both teams for finishing 11-man football seasons and doing it with style, and also bringing their bands to this game. That takes something for those bands to show up.
That's called a bribe.
And put their mouths on those horns and things.
Yes.
My goodness.
So first and 10 here for Wells, taking over at their own 35, unsurprisingly. Buxton and Potter in motion. Buxton going to flank way out, though, in motion, and then Potter bursts through the line. Nobody there. Breaking through tackles. Finally, 2 Foxcroft Academy defenders take him down, but not before he bursts all the way up near midfield.
Gets into that defensive secondary, and boy, it takes everybody to bring him down. He is a load.
13 yards there, and a coach didn't get to it in halftime. Great time to mention it here. You guessed, I think, maybe a little bit over the top. I don't think by much. 18 of the 24 minutes, first half, Foxcroft's defense on the field. I think that's true.
Yep, and they're worn out.
Potter's going to get it here at first and 10 and runs into nobody till he lowers his shoulder into a linebacker. Runs over him as he tripped up there at about the 45. They're going to put him down 46, so give him another 6 yards on that one.
Thomas Day stood in there for Foxcroft and took that one, but he paid the price.
Yeah, a lot. 6 yards on that one. 2nd and 4 from the Foxcroft Academy, 46. Moody under center, turnaround. Potter again. He shrugs off one tackle. This time can't quite get the same amount of push. He's going to go down near the sticks, but I think be well short. Yeah, they're going to get Markham a yard short, so give him 3 on that one. So very quickly, Foxcroft Academy has a 3rd and 1 defensively here.
So such an impressive football team. You know, with Moody at the quarterback, he doesn't turn over the ball. The handoffs are always good. He's a good threat to run and throw, but he's got 6 good running backs.
He just uses about 2 of them. 3rd and 1 here from the 43. Turnaround, unsurprisingly, 47 again. It's been him the whole way. Foxcroft defender had a handful of his jersey, and that was the only thing that slowed him down.
I've seen that more than once. They get jersey, they don't get body.
They are able to slow him down at least until some gang tackling could be made. Doesn't matter, though. That's a 1st and 10 as he goes from the 43 up to the 34. Give them 9 more as the sticks move, clock moves, Wells moving.
Big time.
And they've gone to 47 the whole way here. Turn around this time. Buxton's going to get it sweeping out to the left side. That one strung out well.
Nice.
Harvey is able to be the first defender there. Can't take him down without a little bit of help, but a huge play by Aiden Harvey. And then Aiden Bryant showed up as well to help clean that one up, and Buxton is down.
Yeah, he came down hard on that shoulder.
And Buxton is on top of Aiden Bryant for Foxcroft Academy, who they don't want to move Buxton while they try and figure out what the case is. So Bryant is just trapped there with his foot underneath Buxton.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what we're looking at here, but we've got medical personnel coming out on the field.
So Dom Buxton down on his side, down basically as he got tackled.
And he just moved just then, so we saw a foot move.
As it stands, so that's a loss of 3 for Wells. Stops the clock with 9:58 here to go in the third quarter. Wells on top 21-0. We will step aside for an injury timeout. Class D state championship football. More next on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
AJ Knight, Coach Coughlin back with you here. And Buxton, I would say walking off under his own power, but of course hand in hand there, so, one person on each side with him. On top of that, he may have been knocked out cold. He lost 3 yards, but hopefully we see him again.
That's the one good thing. They do have advanced medical personnel at these games, and he'll be in good hands.
So turnaround snap here, going to go back to Potter. He's gotten a lot of work this drive. Step through one tackle, gets spun around, and then takes a shoulder from a linebacker, and he's going to go down about the 30.
Speaking of being in good hands, get him the ball.
Doesn't hurt when you got that as a second running back. Might have to splice in a couple weapons. We'll see for Wells, but again, they already spotted themselves a 21-0 first half lead. They pick up 6 there for Potter, so 3rd and 7. Big third down here. Foxcroft Academy needing to get Wells off the field.
Yeah, they're doing some testing of Buxton's eyes, memory.
Man goes in motion. They're going to turn around, fake it to Potter. Set hand off to receiver, trying to get outside. Stiff arm there. 25 finally strung out and tackled. That's Carbonneau again on that sweep. Tried to get outside. Got a little bit of space. Good tackle there. I think that was Smith again. They're going to mark him down. It's going to be short of the first down. He got to the 26, so he picked up 5.
Have we had a stop yet? Has Foxcroft Academy stopped?
They had the interception, and that is, I think, the lone stop.
Yeah. This would be a feather in their cap if they could convert here.
So 5 yards there, 4th and 2. This is the stop Foxcroft Academy needs to get back into this game.
Who's going to get the ball, Coach?
I imagine 47. I was wrong. Moody's just going to take the QB sneak, get pushed forward, and I think not only get the first down, I think he's going to get an extra yard. We'll see where they spot him. That side judge has him, he's giving him a gain of 3 when they only needed 2, and that's what I thought too.
Yeah.
So Moody picks up 3 on 4th down, and that's a 1st and 10 Wells as they continue to march down the field here, just trying to chew up clock and put this one out of reach. 1st and 10, Foxcroft Academy 23. Wells already got a 21-0 lead, looking to add to it. Moody under center. Going to turn around. Potter gets it again. He's going to cut back middle. He gets wrapped up there. I think good cut back, but the defender's nice job. Middle linebacker waiting for him was Thomas Day, who caught him. Potter doesn't go down, though, before picking up another 4 yards.
Looking at Buxton over on the sideline, getting a lot of attention. It seems to be up and moving around all right, so let's hope he's in. May not see him again, but looks like he's okay.
Wells, again, just these time-consuming drives. This time of possession has just got to be outlandish for the Warriors here in this one. 2nd and 6 from the Foxcroft Academy 19. 7:17 here to go in the third. Moody under center. Receiver comes in motion, doesn't matter. Receiver's going to get it right behind Potter. Convoy in front of him. He cuts back. He gets spun down just shy of the 5-yard line. But again, that was Nate DeMauro who came in motion from the right side and just followed big number 47. Ends up taking that down. Looks like they put him at the 9, so give him 10. 1st and goal, Wells.
Substitute coming in as they're platooning, depending upon the play call.
DeMauro, a big run there, and again, nothing fancy on some of those wide receiver screens. It's really as simple as follow 47. He'll take you to the promised land. 1st and goal from the 9 here for Wells. Potter gets it, tries to bounce outside, cuts it upfield, bounces off of a tackle, hit by Sands, but not before he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Eli Potter.
Eli Potter made it look easy, bouncing off of bodies and falls into the end zone for the 4th Wells score.
His 2nd of the day, and that one again moves. He got that quick burst to make you think he's getting real wide, and then he cuts it up, and good luck tackling him. He scores his 2nd touchdown. Wells up 27-0. Extra point pending. It holds up. A little low kick, but it is no good. Pushed it wide, so it's going to stay just 27-0. But Wells in firm control of this one in the Class D State Championship football game. Back with more here on The Score.
Over 30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Just got a score update. AJ Knight, Coach John Coughlin with you. Falmouth got a field goal, 17-6. They're looking to complete that perfect season against the defending state champs of Class B. Here, Wells in firm control, 27-0. Kickoff is short, bounces in front of Smith. He picks it up on a hop at about the 16, tries to bounce outside, steps through one tackle, steps through a second, could not step through a third as he is wrapped up and taken to the ground by Cooper Bork. Another one of those running backs that may get some run here, no pun intended, for Wells.
A lot of folks coming into this game, AJ, including me. I thought this was going to be a close, high-scoring game. I think the weather has done something to it, but Wells has done all the rest.
That offensive line and those running backs have been all that Wells has needed.
Boy, I guess.
1st and 10 from their own 33. Foxcroft Academy needing to find some kind of spark. 3 receivers, far side, wide side. Caruso in the shotgun. Holmes next to him. Fakes the handoff there. Play action. Now they're going to throw his little screen to Holmes. Holmes gets some space. Nice. He's at the 40. Now cuts back 45. Bounces outside. Midfield finally tied up there and pushed out of bounds. As a good play call there, but Finn Holmes made a whole lot of that himself.
That's what you do. I mean, nice play call was the screen pass, and Finn Holmes, once he gets some running room, he is tough. And again, we talked about Caruso using the wind when it's behind him to his advantage.
So Holmes picks up 19 on the first down screen pass, gets into Wells territory. 1st and 10 from their 48. Foxcroft Academy got to move quick, down 27-0 as we tick to 6 minutes here to go in the third quarter. Running back to either side of Griffin Caruso. Takes a snap. He's going to hand off to Smith, trying to bounce left, steps through a tackle, tries to turn up field, can't quite square his shoulders, gets hit by a linebacker and goes down, and I think we got a flag on the far side.
I think so too. And that probably is holding against Foxcroft.
That would be my guess. Would have been a gain 4-ish.
Yep.
Not going to matter. That's a hold going against the Ponies. So kind of Foxcroft's day. Get a big play, and then all of a sudden now you're giving up 10, and this is going to be 2nd and long.
Yep.
Original line of scrimmage, the Wells 48. Ball all the way back to the Foxcroft Academy 42. So that is just straight up 10. So 1st and 20. 1st and 20 from their own 42. 5:50 with a running clock here in the third quarter. Foxcroft Academy yet to score a point, trailing 27-0 in the Class D State Championship football game.
Would like nothing more to get on the board.
Caruso in the gun, back to his left. 3 receivers near side, wide side of the field. They're going to turn around, hand it off to Holmes. Holmes through one arm tackle, tries to bounce outside, steps through, and then a handful of jerseys enough to slow him down. And that handful of jersey was Cody Haynes Otherwise, Holmes had a big play opportunity there.
He did. He tried to get to the outside, but a lot of shirt.
Ends up just being a gain of 3.
Yeah. Second and about 18 here.
Again, original line of scrimmage is at the Wells 48. Foxcroft Academy at their own 45. Second and 17, now under 5 minutes here to go in the third quarter.
Caruso, one of those quarterbacks for Foxcroft Academy, comes to the sideline on every play.
Going to move Holmes from his right to his left. 3 receivers that side as well. That's the wide side of the field. Flinching. Who's it going to be against?
It wasn't encroachment, which he's calling, because he did not get in the he moved, but he didn't get in the neutral zone.
My guess would be I saw Foxcroft flinch. That's why I was waiting to see.
Yeah.
Might have been the movement of the flinch of Wells, according to the side judge, made Foxcroft flinch. So that's actually a big deal. That's 5 free yards for Foxcroft Academy, turning this now to a 2nd and 12. Caruso's going to come out in the gun. Holmes is going to be to his left. 3 receivers to that side as well. Far side, that side is Sands. That's the wide side of the field. Takes a snap, fakes a handoff, throws out a little flare to Harvey. Harvey gets a block midfield, tries to bounce outside, gets spun around, and then gang tackled there by 3 Warriors defenders, and he's going to pick up just 2.
Same play as we saw with Finn Holmes moments ago for a big gainer.
No way. Wow.
What's that?
They gave him, that is 2 more yards than I think that play got, in my opinion. They gave him 4.
Wow.
So they put him down at the 46.
Well, one way to get a first down.
Yeah, I mean, it all counts. So 3rd and 8 here at the 46 for Foxcroft Academy. Long huddle here, under 4 minutes. Feels like they run one play and a minute goes off the clock. 27-0. Wells on top. Shotgun again for Caruso. Holmes to his left. 3 receivers near side, wide side of the field. Sands by himself on the other side. Takes a snap, fakes the head off to Holmes.
Got him.
Caruso going to be under pressure. He lost his feet, and he is going to be sacked for a massive loss.
He had receivers open, AJ, but he just can't get out of the pocket, and great pursuit by the interior of that Wells defense.
And that sack is a monster play for 2 reasons. One, obviously, it's a loss of yards, but Caruso, that's what I thought, quickly ran off the side of the field where they were on the field, thought potentially 4-down territory, but the fact that he lost 10 yards on the sack makes it so that is a no-go.
Last time Wells mishandled this punt, punting with the wind.
Little contact to Sands, not too much. Short punt, takes a bounce, overrun there by the Wells returner, and that's going to roll very well and get down to the 5. Heck of a punt there for Foxcroft Academy. And good news for the Ponies special teams. Problem is that if offense can't do anything, you're going to have to find a way to generate some points elsewhere.
45 net yard, high school punt. That's a very good one. And Wells taking over at their 5-yard line.
And for Wells, this is, initially you're up 27-0, 2:41 here going to third. This drive, obviously, game icer, but the chance to go 95 yards, you're not talking about just a game icer, you're talking about a spirit icer, physical, just to mentally take Foxcroft out of the game for good. Moody under center. Man goes in motion. I think that's Buxton. It's going to go to Potter up the gut.
He took a lick.
He takes a shot again. That one just a little off tackle, a little blocking down the field. Foxcroft Academy not happy about, but in my opinion,
that's part of the play. That play was still going. The blocks contained.
I'm with you. It was all before the whistle.
Yeah,
so
no question.
3 yards for Potter.
And good teams block downfield.
Now, as they say, well, in normal games, right, in regulation, you block till the whistle. In playoff games, you block till you hear the second whistle.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 7 here.
As an official in these kind of games, I never wanted to blow the whistle.
2nd and 7 from the 9. You're going to turn around. That's Buxton sweeping to the right side. Couldn't quite get through the traffic. Had some space to work out there. Gets tackled from behind. Good to see Buxton back out there.
Yeah, any concerns of his illness? Not going to be.
Foxcroft Academy keeps it to a short gain. And that's saying something because it's still a 5-yard gain. 3rd and 2 here from the 14 as we're under 2 minutes here to go in the third. Wells in firm control, up 27-0.
Starting to see a couple of new shirts in.
Moody under center, 2 backs behind him. Going to turn around. No surprise there. Potter bursts through the line of scrimmage, finally and running over one of those defenders in the secondary. He's tripped up, but not before he gets to the 25-yard line. Takes that for 11 and a first down, moves the chains, moves the clock, moves the Wells offense.
Oh, he's a barrel moving forward, just barrels through people.
To your point, I mean, you've been trying to stop this rushing attack all day. It's cold, it's windy. That guy comes barreling at you.
The scoreboard's 27-0.
Gets harder and harder to do that.
Yeah.
1st and 10 from the 25 as we tick under a minute here to go in the third quarter. Man comes in motion. As Carbonneau again tries to cut up. He's at the 30, trying to get it to the outside 35, and he couldn't quite keep himself inbound. Still, Dominic Carbonneau, though, takes that up to the – looks like they're going to get him just past the 35, so give him 11 more. No, excuse me. Okay, well, you guys mark the ball. 14 yards and a first down. They're all over the place. 14 yards for Carbonneau on that sweep and a first down.
Carbonneau's a great wingback for Wells. I mean, he gets to the edge so quickly when they send him in motion. He's tough.
Yeah, they've run that a couple times. He's picked up some big play. He's got a rushing touchdown.
Yep.
And we got looks like stoppage of play. Oh, yeah, clock was running. Refs want to stop because obviously Carbonneau got out of bounds.
Yep. I don't think it's going to hurt anybody's feelings that it was running.
I'm with you, but that is what the stop was. I was looking for a timeout, but that is not the case. So 1st and 10, they push the clock back to 51 seconds. Adjust our scoreboard here. 1st and 10 from the 39 for Wells. Moody under center, turns around. Big number 47 gets hit low. And that is the linebacker, again, Thomas Day, who has had to be involved a lot. That's a good tackle, but again, it's about 3 more yards. Really doesn't matter. It seems like how soon you hit them, they're going to fall forward, pick up 3 yards.
Day, certainly leading tackler for Foxcroft, but he's had a big day today. I would say he's been on 10 to 15 tackles.
Had to be. 2nd and 7 here. 2nd and 8. 2 yards for Potter on that one. 2 yards on that one. 16 seconds should be the last play of the third quarter. They're turn around this time. Buxton on the sweep, met in the backfield by Finn Holmes. Spun around, able to push forward, though. And still, again, just like that, he was hit in the backfield. Looks like they're going to put him down probably about the 46, so still going to get 5 yards on that. But that is how the third quarter comes to an end as Wells is in complete control, driving again. Heading into the final quarter of the Class D state championship football game. They are up 27-0, looking for back-to-back gold balls. We will find out if they can do so when we return for the fourth quarter on the score.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
AJ Knight, Coach John Coughlin here with you for Class D State Championship football time. Of course, for the third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. A lot of ball control, a lot of Wells, and another Potter touchdown. He scores again to put them up 27-0. Foxcroft struggling to do much, and Wells chewing up the clock. That is your third quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
I like to see Finn Holmes, defensive end, step up and turn the runner upfield. First time I've seen that from Foxcroft.
3rd and 3 from the 46. Potter going to get it sweeping left, patiently steps through another tackle. They had him in the backfield, couldn't take him down, and then finally it's Finn Egan who wraps him up. Couple of cracks at getting him for a loss, and Buxton is able to step through those tackles. He gets across midfield from 46 to 46. Give him 8. And that is a 1st and 10. And that one, as much as anything, Coach, I think is just the effect of Foxcroft's defense has been on the field all game.
I've been watching Thomas Day, who's the leading tackler. He can hardly move in his linebacker position, and he's had a heck of a day.
They got a flag here as Buxton came sweeping way out in motion, and I would imagine probably a legal shift with 2 men moving at the same time.
Yeah.
Nope, false start. Overthought it. 5 yards, so Wells going to give up 5 more. And again, About the only thing. Wells, Moody threw a pick, but other than that, it's been the penalties. That's about the only thing you can say. Like
That's it. And, again, a lot of those holds and plays downfield, teams are taught to do that. And if the officials start calling that, new crew of officials, they stop.
Yeah.
But, Wells will continue to do things until they're penalized.
That was their 9th penalty. 1st and 15 from their own 49. Moody back under center, going to turn around, hand it off to Potter. Bursts through the line of scrimmage. Now trying to bounce outside. 35, finally wrapped up and goes down at the 30. And Big 47 should not be allowed to move that fast at his size, but he has had a monster second half.
And he is so consistent. He does the little things. He protects the ball. He squares his shoulder. He gets the first down, gets back up, and does it again.
Give him 20 on that one. And like that, Wells, 1st and 15, no big deal. Potter will pick up 20, 1st and 10. Wells tastes that back-to-back gold balls there, up 27-0. Under 11 minutes here to go in this final quarter, and they are driving again. 1st and 10 from the 31. Moody back under center. Carbonneau comes in motion, doesn't matter. He is going to get it, goes behind Potter.
Yeah.
And a nice job there collapsing on Carbonneau. He's able to pick up short gain, but defense collapsed on him as he had to sweep his way through and go in between that C gap there with the tackle.
Boy, their film really must have exploited or seen the left side of that line for Foxcroft, because I want to say 80% of the plays have gone left.
Carbonneau, I think, has run left every time.
Every time.
He picked up 3 there. That's the shortest gain. He's got a touchdown. Had a couple big plays himself. Moody back under center. Going to turn around. Buxton going to get it sweeping right side. Steps through one tackle. Then enough Foxcroft defenders finally show up. And Harvey went down in the backfield. And insult to injury, Buxton got tackled right on top of him.
Yeah.
Gets helped up. Seems to be okay. Foxcroft Academy, I think, did a solid job stringing that one out enough. But again, it's another 5 yards. Feels like you keep, like you said, I think at halftime, Wells, you keep them short, and it's still 3-4 yards.
Yeah, I mean, you look out there, and Wells has been on offense the whole game.
Yes, that is not an exaggeration.
The whole game.
3rd and 2 here from the 23. Going to turn around, no surprise. 47 gets it, dives forward. He's going to be near the sticks. Going to depend on the spot.
I'll give it to him.
I think so. That side judge coming in right at the 21, which I think where the line is, the marker is. Going to eyeball this. I think that's easy. Yeah, first down.
To give him bring chains in on a cold day like this.
Potter picks up 2, 1st and 10. And Wells just remember this drive started at the 6.
Yeah. And you brought up the point. This would be the final exclamation point.
Oh yeah. Just put it. I think that's the best way to say it. The exclamation point on the drive is a good call, Coach, to just cap off. We're just gonna run the ball.
Pound you.
You cannot do anything to stop it.
Yeah.
So 1st and 10 for the Wells Warriors offense, comfortably in front, 27-0, 21 yards out from putting an exclamation point in the end zone. Moody back under center, turns around. He's going to roll, keep it himself. They faked it. He's outside 15, trying to turn it upfield. 10, jumps out of bounds. He's going to be, I think, past the first down marker. But they faked a couple handoffs, and then Moody just sort of bootlegged out with nobody in front of him.
There wasn't anybody. Great fake, which he does very, very well. His ball fakes are exceptional. But he got to that corner. For a big kid, he runs well, too.
Give 12 to number 12. 1st and goal from the 9 for the Wells Warriors.
They're making everything look too easy.
And I mean, to your point, right? There's nothing fancy about what they're doing. There's nothing exotic. You know what's coming, and you just can't stop it. 1st and goal, 9 yards out for the Wells Warriors, already up 27-0. We got 8:36 here to go in this one. Turn around, Big 47 looking for the hat trick. Steps through one tackle. He's stacked up and then finally pushed down to the backside on the turf, but not before he gets to what looks like about the 4-yard line.
Aiden Bryant for Foxcroft lowered his shoulder, thought he had him in his tracks. He hit him, and he just collapsed.
Just bounced off him.
Just collapsed.
Give Potter 5 more on that one. He's got 2 touchdowns today. He's also got an interception on defense. Definitely, I think, the front runner for our flagship cinema player of the game.
You got my vote.
Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience.
Well, he's been all that.
Second and consistent understatement. Second and goal. They're going to give it to Buxton, trying to sweep out. Strung out well by Foxcroft Academy as Buxton tried to bounce that out to the left side. Not a ton of space. Again, no surprise. Did fall forward. Looks like it's going to be just a gain of a yard.
I'm picking Moody on the boot. I'd roll him out, let him run it in. Everybody else has got one. Give him one.
I think that's a good point because I think you're Wells. You're going for this anyway. So if he doesn't pick it up, 47 up the gut.
Yeah.
Hadn't been stopped yet.
Yeah.
I think that's a good call, Coach.
Yeah.
So third and goal here from the 3. Foxcroft Academy, out of a point of pride, find 2 more stops in them. Keep Wells out of the end zone for the 5th time today.
Well, that would be good. That would be nice to stop them.
Moody under center.
But
man comes in motion. That's Carbonneau. He's going to get it, and he's going to cut up field easily. Walks in, untouched. Touchdown Warriors.
Carbonneau from that right wing position went in motion, and he has been deadly. Getting the ball, beating the defense to the corner, and he walks in. Big score.
That was easy. He sweeped around off tackle, and the nice job sealing there. He goes in untouched. Only 3 yards out, but untouched. As Wells just puts on the exclamation, a 95-yard drive.
Big
capped
time.
off by that 3-yard run as these two teams come in undefeated. Foxcroft, a team that's been here a ton. That kick is up, and they did not give a signal. I think it was good.
I think it split it.
I believe that was good, but they did not give a signal.
Well, our officials next to us in the booth are asking the officials. They are wired into them, and it is good.
Okay, so that makes it 34-0. Wells on top. It gives us a chance again to tell you we wouldn't be able to do what we do as we wrap up, hard to believe, our fall season here today. Central Maine Community College makes that possible. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and development services. Together, we can make a difference. And, of course, we also have to thank Mid-State Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at midstateusa.com. Kickoff.
Again.
That one going to carry out of bounds. And, again,
that may be by design. That may be in their scouting report. We're not going to kick it to their receivers. We're going to kick it out of bounds.
That's another penalty, and I believe that's 11 for Foxcroft. Excuse me, Wells. Regardless, all that's left, we're 7
I don't think anybody over there is counting.
I don't think so. As this is the last game of the season, I think it'll all be forgiven by the coaching staff.
I think so.
You put in 2 straight
the goal ball
balls.
will overshadow the penalties.
I'm with you. So, Foxcroft Academy, much the same way in a Class C game for Herman, would love to at least not get blanked in this one. They've got 7:05 here to go to do something. Caruso in the gun. Holmes to his right. 2 receivers that side as well. They're going to do that little pitch pass to Topolsky. Sweep it out. Tries to cut it back. There was briefly a lane, but it collapsed quickly. And Topolsky on that reception going to be lucky to get 0 out of it.
Yeah, he was very fortunate not to lose 5 on that. As that closed up quickly.
That was a good cutback, but it was a cutback to save a loss of, like you said, 3 or 4. So Topolsky on the catch, nothing doing. 2nd and 10 as we are now 6.5 minutes away from another Wells Gold ball in Class D. Caruso in the gun again. Holmes to his right. 3 receivers here, left side and near side of the field, wide side. Holmes going to get it, trying to sweep out to this side. He's going to cut up, runs into a defender, stays on his feet. Can't spin a ray, though, as Carbonneau comes in to help clean it up. First one there, though, was Alex Albright to stand up Holmes. Solid gain, though, for the running back, though he's a little slow to get back to the huddle.
This is where we get into problems. 3rd and short. You know, can we pick up a first down?
Been the money down, not for Foxcroft today. Gain of 8 for Finn Holmes there. 3rd and 2 from the 43. Under 6 minutes to go in the Class D state championship football game here in the great state of Maine. 3rd and 8. Caruso going to come back out in the gun again. Holmes going to move from his left to his right. 2 receivers either side, near side, short side of the field. Takes the snap. He's going to give it to Holmes, trying to sweep to the short side. Cuts up field. Tries to run through a tackle. Shoestring tackle there as Albright hangs on to him. Linebacker cleans it up, but a gain and then a flag late on the first down run there from Holmes.
He's saying he hit him out of bounds. It just continued through. It's a personal foul, out of bounds.
Didn't look egregious at the time. I'm with you, Coach. But give Holmes on that one picks up. He picks up 9, and then this is going to be 15 more. So Holmes picks up 9, and then you're going to tack on 15. I'm with you. That being said, this Wells team, again, mentioned it in the pregame, hasn't mattered. Very talented team, doesn't play with the most composure.
Yep. Maybe a little chip on their shoulder.
That's worth noting, and looking for respect is these two, again, no surprise, were expected to clash. Both 1 seeds make it here.
Yeah. And
Wells has been utterly dominant. Foxcroft just looking to end the shutout.
Yeah, well, Foxcroft just trying to end this game. Somehow.
First and 10 from the 33. There was a flinch there. No whistle. Caruso on the play action. Drops back. He's got Topolsky all by himself, and he airmailed him. Well out of bounds. Topolsky was all by himself on the near sideline, and he airmailed him. And it's worth noting, Coach, that ball, throwing it on the near sideline, that wind still blowing across the field, and that wind just took it 5 yards out of bounds.
You know, the wind gusts are up to 25 miles an hour, and that flag has been out straight the entire ball game. But Caruso can throw the ball. This was something coming into this ball game. I had hoped that they would air it out a little bit because he can really throw he's got a 70% completion rate.
2nd and 10 for Foxcroft Academy from the Wells 33. Stops the clock, 5:26 here to go. Play action again. Under pressure, now he's going to roll out to the right side. Gets tied up there, spun down, and there's going to be a flag come in late from the back judge. I'll be curious to see what this is because it has anything to do with a tackle. I don't know that that's his call to make.
This is the 3rd time he's called one from 40 yards away.
He was well back there.
The referee now is trying to say, this isn't going to look good. Let's pick it up.
Long discussion here.
Holding on the defense.
Holding on the defense. Okay. I was going to wait and see.
That's his call.
That judge definitely saw that. So that's a huge deal for Foxcroft Academy because what should have been a big sack instead, it should be, I believe, 5?
5 yards, automatic first down.
They gave him 10.
Well, it's holding, and it's got to be a first down.
Yeah, it's automatic first down. They gave him 10 yards, so 10 yards on the Wells penalty. So 1st and 10 from the Wells 23. 5 minutes left to go in this one. Caruso still in the gun. 2 receivers either side. Smith to his left. Low snap, picks it up off the ground. He's under pressure. He takes a shot, throws that one up for grabs. Harvey couldn't get underneath it as Caruso got popped on that one, and it falls incomplete.
Caruso's such a good athlete. He gets set in the pocket, looks downfield, wants to throw from the pocket. When he gets flushed out, if he'd attacked the sideline, it would open up a passing lane.
He took a shot on that one. Either way, finishes. That's incomplete. Stops the clock, 4:55. Foxcroft Academy trying to end the shutout Wells has on them. 34-0. Warriors comfortably in front on their way to 2 straight gold balls.
Well, the stigma of a shutout in a state game is a heck of a lot worse than if you punch one in, you'll be happy about this.
2nd and 10 from the 23. Snap, play action. Caruso looking over the center, trying to air that one out for Holmes. Jump ball, and that one is knocked down. That was nearly the 2nd interception. I was going to say for Buxton, but I believe actually that was Albright, who's had a heck of a defensive game himself.
Yeah, great play back there. Got turned around, almost picked the ball off.
Holmes had a step there. That one just hung up there, and Albright nearly got underneath it, but it falls incomplete. 3rd and 10, 4:48 to go in this one.
You know, you certainly people pulling for Foxcroft here to punch one in, unless you're a Wells fan, of course.
No, if you're Wells, you want to beat him by 1,000.
Yeah. Get the ball back and score again.
Long huddle here from Foxcroft. 2 straight incompletions. 4:48 to go. Class D state championship. Wells on top, 34-0. Foxcroft trying to end that shutout. Shotgun here for Caruso. Again, 2-2 formation. Holmes to his left. Takes the snap. Drops back, looking left side. Going to air that one up over the center. He was under pressure, and I think just short arm that one, and it sailed.
Tries to step back into that pocket. There is no pocket, and there's hands in his faces. That's a tough act to throw the ball in that environment.
Yeah, Sands running a little slant route across the middle. That's who he's looking for. And again, as he stepped forward, just couldn't follow through, and it sailed on him.
And he was in the first half, That was successful, that seam route right up the middle.
Yep, 4th down here for Foxcroft Academy. Very likely the way Wells has been able to run the ball. Their last chance to end this shutout right here.
Yeah.
4th and 10 from the 23. And
we're going to have a timeout.
Foxcroft Academy is going to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 34-0. Wells on their way to a state championship in Class D. 4:43 left to go. A 4th down facing Foxcroft Academy. When we return, you're listening to high school football on The Score.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. 'Cause every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
On 4th and 10, Caruso rolls out to his right, tries to throw what would have been short of the sticks, looking for Topolsky. It is knocked away, and that'll likely end the offensive day for Foxcroft Academy.
Frustrating day for Foxcroft offense for sure. You know, just when you think they're going to get started up, invariably something happens.
AJ Knight, Coach Coughlin here with you. Thank you to Miss Knight and the Rigneys for being helpful today. Stats, graphics, photography. And again, Coach, to your point, weather's a little bit different. I think this game's a little bit closer, but it's hard to argue. With the way Wells has dominated the offensive line, I don't think the outcome changes.
The one thing I've been impressed with, and I've seen Wells play, is just how fast and physical their defense is.
Right.
I didn't think they were that quick, but by God, they are.
So Wells is trying to salt this one away. 1st and 10 at their own 23. Moody under center, going to turn around on the sweep. Handoff going to the left side. That's Carbonneau again as he tries to turn up field. Gets tackled as traffic gets around him. He's going to gain, though, a solid about 7 yards, looks like.
Foxcroft just beaten up. You look at them. They came into this ball game with a tall task, that's for sure.
Again, they get the ball to start the game. 7 yards for Carbonneau on that run, so 2nd and 3. They get the ball, go 3 and out.
Yeah.
Wells long drive scores.
Yeah.
They get Foxcroft on the next drive, goes a little bit, turns it over, and then another massively long drive. And Wells just took it out of the defense.
Yeah. First quarter of the game was over.
Potter hands the ball, Moody hands the ball off to Potter, who just bounces off of tackles, keeps his feet moving. Short gain, but I believe going to be enough for the 1st down.
Yep, they'll move the chains. The clock will stop once they get that back set. Wind it.
Give Potter 4 more and a 1st and 10. And again, like I said, that 4th down for Foxcroft Academy was likely their last chance to stop this shutout, barring forcing a turnover here, as the way Wells has moved the ball all day is on the ground, and on the ground means the clock moves and they pick up 1st downs. 1st and 10 from the 34. Turnaround, sweep coming to the other side, following his blockers, a ton of blockers. That was a ton of space, as getting 15 yards downfield before running into a defender. That was Alex Albright. There was nobody there.
No.
He ends up taking that all the way up to the 48, so give him 14, and he didn't get hit until he got tackled. That was an easy little sweep play to Albright, I think, on his first carries now, obviously, with this one fully no more in doubt. Get some other running backs in here. Moody stays under centers. We're under 3 minutes to go from Wells' 2nd straight state championship at Class D. Carbonneau goes in motion, fake to Potter. Going to hand off here to Buxton. He cuts back into the middle, gets spun up. Ball is out.
Said he was down.
They said he was down. I think that was a close call there.
I thought it was out.
Potter takes a hard tackle, but I think the refs were right. That was, I think he was down. So give him on the first down carry 7 yards as he gets up to the 45 of Foxcroft Academy.
Boy, the running backs still run hard for Wells. They all want their chance at the goal.
Well, everybody wants to be named the Flagship Cinema Score Player of the game.
Yeah.
That being said, I think it's pretty well locked up, but we'll see how this one concludes.
We'll let them think that it's still up for grabs.
2 minutes to go in this one. 2nd and 3 from the 45 as Wells' only opponent right now is the clock. Moody under center. Man goes in motion. They're going to hand off. That's receiver Cooper Bork trying to get outside. Tries to cut up. He takes a shot as he tried to step across the first down marker. Ref looks like he's going to give him the spot. No, they're going to mark him a yard short.
Coach getting some of the seniors in that may not see a lot of action.
That's Cooper Bork, the senior, as Coach said. So give him 2. So 3rd and 1. So the Wells Warriors 1 yard away from victory formationing this one out.
Waiting for back judge to let him know we're inside 5.
Oh, he's got to wait for that sign.
And back judge could freeze before he takes his hand out of his pocket.
That's an understatement. There's the sign. 1:03 left to go in this one. Moody under center. I'm a guess. Turn around. Big 47. He's going to dive ahead easily. Going to push his way. There's some extracurriculars after the whistle. A little chippy. I think ref's going to let that one go. Obviously, game been decided. So that needed one. No surprise, Potter picks up 3, 1st and 10, 45 seconds left. I think Wells will probably have to snap this one more time, and they will go from a monster comeback last year to halt Foxcroft Academy's streak of state championships to utterly dominating year 2 and winning their 2nd straight gold ball.
It's been a year for them for sure.
And they have they took care of business all season long. Again, they beat Freiburg Academy, who won the Class C state championship.
You know, these Wells may easily compete against the other schools that are playing in Portland. They have. They've done that during the year.
I mean, as you said, they fluctuated up and down, and they're just going to let the clock run, and that will be the end of it. So Foxcroft Academy cannot crack the goose egg. Wells wins back-to-back gold balls, 34-0. They beat Foxcroft Academy, and they are your Class D state champions. We will tally up the stats, get to the postgame, and, of course, give you the Flagship Cinema Player of the Game when we return. Final score here, Foxcroft Academy loses 34-0 to Wells. Back in a moment on The Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Have you been dealing with eye issues, but you keep putting off having an exam? Contact Kennebec Eye Care. Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobek, and Kaylee Brand OD will give you a thorough eye examination to diagnose the issue and create a plan to fix it. Call 872-2797 to schedule an appointment today. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street in Waterville. Online at KennebeCeyeCare.com. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialist.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost, and for some, it's even free.
Wait. Did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer.
Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
AJ Knight, Coach Coughlin here with you to wrap up the final in this one. Of course, starting with, before we get too far into this, the fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan. Unsurprisingly, the fourth quarter, much like the third quarter, mostly just about Wells burning up clock, adding another exclamation point. This time, Carbonneau picks up his second rushing touchdown of the game, but mostly it was just Wells burning off that clock as they were firmly in control, could not be stopped with their rushing attack, and were able to ride that all the way to another state championship. Your fourth quarter breakdown brought to you by 201 Service in Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Defending Class D state champion sounds like a ringer to me, and that's their seventh state championship for Wells. They've got to get a new a trophy cabinet down there because they've got it locked up. But, you know, I watching this Wells team, I think what people have talked about, AJ, all along is that, you know, I mean, they're 36, 37-0 in Class D, but regardless of that, they could play in any division in this state and win it. Oh. This is a team that enrollment-wise belongs in Class D. But talent-wise, coaching-wise, integrity-wise, this is one of the better teams in the state.
Again, worth noting, it was a few weeks ago, but Wells did beat Freiburg Academy, who we just had a couple hours ago win the Class C state championship. Yep. So they beat the state champion of Class C. So getting through a couple of numbers first for Foxcroft Academy, just a rough day. Couldn't find much going. Third down was a problem for him. Holmes struggled as he finished with just 28 receiving yards.
Yeah, their statistics are well under their averages, not even close to what they've had.
Yeah, he really struggled, obviously, as the lead back, and they just really couldn't get much going. Big story for them. On top of not having the ball much, as Wells was able to just dominate time of possession. Foxcroft Academy couldn't pick up a third down to save their lives.
No, they couldn't. We saw them struggle right here at midfield all day right in front of us and never could get that first down that allowed them to say, hey, they're going to score this time. But, you know, again, you look at Foxcroft Academy, they're very dejected on the sideline, but they're going to be back. You look at them, all of their talented players, the ones who are impact players, Caruso and Holmes, Harvey, Day, Sickler, they're all back. They're all underclassmen. So you're going to see Foxcroft Academy right back here again.
Yeah, on top of that, they're also here every year anyway.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, they penciled in their hotel reservations already for next year.
So on the other side, Foxcroft Academy struggled and you really get anything going offensively. Meanwhile, Buxton for Wells finishes at the 130 rushing yards. He scores a touchdown, a pick on defense. Eli Potter has 189 rushing yards. He has 2 touchdowns and interception on defense. Carbonneau has 75 total offensive yards. He scores 2 touchdowns. Again, besides the one ill-advised pass Cal Moody threw the pick on, the only thing you can really look at for Wells is 12 penalties for 105 yards. But other than that, they just utterly dominated. Again, time of possession, you predicted, Coach, and I don't think far off, that for Wells, they had the ball offensively 18 of 24 minutes in the first half. I don't think that's too crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think it changed a ton in the second half either. I mean, there was a high ratio as they just wore Foxcroft Academy down.
And Wells, on the other hand, I mean, they make high school football look easy, and that takes some talent to do that. There's nothing spectacular that they do, except everything is done perfectly. Their runs, their passes, their defense, they may be a little bit chippy and get some penalties, but this is a quality football team.
And no surprise, a little bit of debate as there are a couple players that had pretty good games, but for our flagship Cinemas player of the game, we end up going with Eli Potter, no surprise. Buxton missed some time, ended up having a pretty good game, but missed some time with the injury, but that second half, comfortably in the front, no surprise there. Looked like Wells decided, you know what, 47 is going to take us there, and that he did. 189 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, interception on defense. Eli Potter, no surprise, the flagship Cinemas player of the game.
And Eli Potter, 1,400 yards on the year. That's incredible.
And like you said, 26 total touchdowns?
Yep.
Before we wind down here, I want to thank everybody who followed us, subscribed, liked, followed us social media, 1160 Score, Central Maine Sports across all social media during the fall season. We are not that far away from the winter season, as crazy as that may be. We've got basketball, boys and girls, and hockey coming. So, again, make sure you find Central Maine Sports, 1160 Score across all social media. But most importantly, find, like, and subscribe to Central Maine Sports on YouTube. All of it free. Never have to pay for any of our coverage. That being said, as we put a bow on our fall season, big thanks to both the Rigneys for photography and scoreboard today. Thanks to Miss Knight on statistics. Coach Coughlin subbing in on a big one, right? Coming in state championship, no bigger than that. Thank you for doing so, sir. I am AJ Knight. The Class D state championship game ends Wells 34-0, and that concludes our fall high school season. Thank you for listening. Have a good weekend, and have a good Thanksgiving holidays as well. Thank you for listening to The Score.
You've been watching yet another live local broadcast of high school sports on The Score. It's brought to you by Central Maine Community College, Central Maine Motors Auto Group, Hammond Lumber Company, Mid-State Machine, Whittemore & Sons, Somerset Stone and Stove, 201 Tire Battery and Service, Assistance Plus, SBS Carbon Copy, Manchester Motors, Casella Waste, Computer Improvements, Height Chevrolet, 201 Service Skowhegan, Connected Credit Union, KVFCU, Skowhegan Savings Bank, Skowhegan Tire Center, KMD Driving School, and Flagship Cinemas. Every game we do on The Score is always available for you to watch again or have someone else watch for the first time. All of our games are stored in the vault at centralmainsports.com and also on The Score's YouTube channel at Central Maine Sports. Please go and subscribe. To find out when the next game is on The Score, check out our game schedule at 1160thescore.com or centralmainsports.com. Your team from your town plays here on the place for local sports, The Score.